Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Tootle from Jennifer Hohensteiner. This is a really neat tangle, and thanks, my friend Diane, for mentioning it. We were looking at tangles that for 2/22/22 for yesterday's date, and she had mentioned this one, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to go take a look at it. Wow, it's really cool. So we're going to do it. All right, starts off with a triangle, wherever you want to put it. I'm going to put mine in the center, and we'll see how this grows. Now this, being that it's geometric, but it's kind of organic at the same time, and I thought that this was rather cool. All right, so triangle on this, on the small side, but that's something that you can play with. Then auraing each side with 3 straight lines. Now, one of the things that I found with this is, when you get to, a point where things meet up, it's just, it's interesting. So we have to kind of figure things out as we go. And sometimes I had it work out great. Sometimes I didn't. All right. So once you have your 3 lines, then aura, and I'm taking them one at a time. Aura the last line, as if you were doing just a straight line, but then finish off that triangle. And what I think I'm finding is if I aura it and then being careful with the triangle. And so coming down, one side, maybe trying to make it half, so that way it's a, what do they call it, equilateral triangle. However you end up doing it, we just try our best, and whatever happens, happens, and it's cool. And this one is neat because you can just keep doing these patterns and don't think about anything except for just doing the pattern and then see what happens. All right, so I found doing these in order, triangles all around. Now we're going to do straight lines all around. So now on every open side of a triangle, I think it helps to try to make them kind of a consistent space. Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm thinking that might be, I'm telling myself that as I'm doing it. It's like, just go slow. And I found that in playing, that if I went slow and just thought about what I was doing, and that's the whole mindful thing, or meditative. Sometimes it seems like those terms are interchangeable, but just focusing on what we're doing now and not anything else about it is really is the mindfulness concept. All right, so once you have 3 lines all the way around, then we're going to aura again. This is just rinse and repeat. So we're going to alternate lines and triangles. And really the triangle is just 2 straight lines coming and meeting, coming diagonally and meeting somewhat at the middle. And you just keep doing this until you don't want to do it anymore. Oops. And I'm getting all into it, so I'm pulling it closer to me as I'm doing it. All right, let's, okay. And then, it is kind of good to take a look, make sure I've gotten all of the lines now with triangles on them. Then we're going to go back to doing straight lines. And as you keep going and keep this growing, it is good to just take a minute and just make sure that you've gotten them all. I tried to do, I thought, well, I could do the 3 lines and then the triangle, and then I thought, well, no. I tried it like, nope. And reason being, that way you kind of keep where you're at with it. Is it one of those, well, try it and see if you want to. The other thing with that is that you might want to have these go in a certain direction, and so maybe you don't, like where I just put straight lines. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want this, as you can see, it's kind of going into a circle. Maybe you don't want to do that one, and that's okay. And what's fun is, just like any of the organic tangles, you get to decide where you want it to go and how you want it to go or grow, if you will. And that's what's kind of neat. But this, you could, like I said, oh, this is a better view. I don't have to do that if I don't want to. But I want to. So I'm gonna. But this way it can kind of grow evenly. And that's why I'm thinking it's easier to just do the steps and alternate them. Now, here's where the challenge comes. So I have this. I can put a big triangle in there. I don't think, I'm not going to fit a triangle and two lines, maybe one line. But that's where I'm finding a bit of a challenge, because I'm not sure, like, I want to make sure that it closes up nicely. If that's what I'm aiming for, guess what? Do we have to aim for that? No. So this is where, all right. Sometimes I get going too fast, and I need to think aura, the lines, and then again have the two lines meeting as close to this middle as possible. And then, well, here is an option. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so if and sometimes it's just kind of, let's see, I'm looking. All right, and if I did 1, 2, oh, well, hold on. And again, this might be where you fudge a little bit. Well, let's just do 2. Who's to say, right? As we joke on our Tangle Time calls, we have the rules and then we can break them. And so I want that to fit in, and that's how I made it fit in. Now I wish I hadn't made it too dark, because then it would be a little less obvious. But this is where, yeah, same thing here. This is where I'm thinking, as I practice it, because I had some that turned out really, really great. That finding that right distance, and then too, you know what? Not worrying about it, because guess what? I could end that right there, and then I could take and just come out this direction if I want to, right? All kinds of fun can happen. But I'm thinking, if you want to have the making it turn into a ring, that part is just, say in my book, that's the little bit of a challenge. And, we just figure it out. Could even just put another line right there. Well, let's make it a little, not so, not so obvious. Or, gosh, because you know what? Oh, no, I couldn't. I could almost make a triangle out of that if I bring this up a little bit. But this is where play comes in, and also the whole idea of not worrying about it. Because what looks neat is the overall pattern. And also let's do that right here. And we'll just, there. And that way, it is kind of together. It's okay. I love that, a lot of these things, nothing is the end of the world. And then 2, with this, there's no 2 patterns that are going to be alike. Oh, here's an idea, as I'm just doing this. So I'm going to do 2 lines, because if you really want that to line up, and then I'm going to do one more, because it looks like I can fit one more, and then there we go. So that's an additional way, is just, as you get close, line at a time on each side and bring both sides into the middle. That's an option. So fun tangle, and then, after you have this, of course, you can play. So playing could be filling in some of these. Or, I mean, leaving it as it is. And if we did that, let's see. I'm just curious. Because I don't think she shared. I have to go back and look back because I was more like, oh, this is really neat. We'll have to try this. But let's do this. If we were to add some shading, so I'm going on these edges. Ooh, let's just do the inside first. And then this too can mask a multitude of issues. All right, and then pointing my tortillon on the graphite, and I'm just doing a little side swipe. Heather's I need to do a dictionary. Heather's list of techniques with the tortillon. What did I call this? Side swiping and scooching. That's another one that I came up with. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But see, and if you get some, some shading in there, look at how neat that is. Now, if I did these bigger, that would be cool. But I'm just going to put some on these outer edges, not where they're coming up here, because we'll just pretend we don't know where those are going yet. Oh, this one I didn't do anything, so I can go all the way around. And again, because mine are small, I have to be careful, which is why just kind of doing the back and forth like that, the side swipe. I'm gonna name them. I'll have to do note to self, separate video with some dance music or something. It's like dance moves, right? Oh, that has just entered other thoughts in my head. Oh my gosh. All right. I will stop. I will not share anymore. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, that looks kind of neat. And then if you were to go, see, like a little bit darker, and sometimes you don't even have to necessarily spread it out, just depending, just being careful here. But when you have, again, just a little bit darker, then, it gives a little bit more dramaticness. I didn't think I even did that one there. But it will totally, now it makes them look a lot rounder. Rounder-ish. Another favorite word. I turn it into a word. Ish. And this one, because I there we go, was a little sloppy in there. Just smooth it out with the tortillon. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah. Sometimes, like I said, playing with the heaviness, the amount of graphite you have in there really, really makes a difference. So how fun is this? And then, of course, other playing. I do like the idea, now that I do things out of order sometimes, right? Now that we see what that looks like, let's see if we were to color in or fill in. Oh, just the center. That is kind of neat. And then could go around and do all of the other ones. That is completely up to you. Could, just a really, really neat tangle. And then, as you look at it, it's like, well, I think we need to have this side here. Oops, let's not do it that direction. I always find it easier to aura and have my pen not covering that, which is what I had just done. And two, you could decide, do you want to end it with the lines, or do you want to end it with the triangle? Ooh, See, and there's another one. You know, it's like I think in this one I'm going to put one more, and then do the triangle. You know, it's all okay. How fun! How fun! All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, would love to have a thumbs up or a like on the video, and feel free to share it, of course, with friends. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would love it if you would be a subscriber. Make sure that you check the notifications out, so that way, if you don't like I don't like to get bothered with pop-ups on my phone or my devices or emails. I always click no notifications. Then when I go come to YouTube, then you can usually see what's new, because it shows up when you click on subscriptions. And so that's what I do, because I don't like to have all of these pop-ups and things. So if you were the same, make sure that you check that and have it appropriate for what you want. In the description section, you will find the step out for this. And make sure to check out the For More Inspiration link, because that way you can take a look at Jennifer's work. Below that, ways to connect with me. So if you enjoy this, if you like my silliness, this is just how I am. I'm, a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. And if you enjoyed it and would like to do some online tangling, I do free classes. I have both free and paid. And every week I have at least a free class. And we'll take a tangle something like this. We explore it. We have fun. My mom joins me, and because she's also a CZT, and usually we wait and watch and see what she does, because we both do something a little bit different, because we're different people. She's an artist, I'm not. And so we have fun with that, and it's a really great time. If you're interested, of course it's free, so it's not going to cost you anything but your time, but you can always check out, I have some replays. I've tried to get them all posted, but it takes a little bit of time and effort, so I get them up as quick as I can. But you can go to the main YouTube channel, and I have a playlist of class replays. So check those out, and would love to have you join us. Ways to connect with me on my website. All those links are below. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.